Henry are left out altogether. Paul Lovering returns at left back in place of McGinley. Stuart Lovell is a midfield replacement for Henry. Frank Soze and Russell Latapi are key players. And there's a recall from Mixu Patalainen. The far-travelled Finnish striker is in the starting lineup for only the second time this season. Dimitri Karin will look upon this as a big chance to depose Jonathan Gould as first-choice Celtic goalkeeper. He gets his first league action. His only start so far was against Cwmbran Town. His inclusion is one of 5 changes from the team which beat Hapoel Tel Aviv 9 days ago. John Barnes has an eye on next week's UEFA Cup return in Israel. Karin is in, as are Stilian Petrov, and previously out of favour Reggie Blinker, Vidar Reset and Mark Viduka. Missing from this Celtic lineup are Jonathan Gould, injured Stefan Mahe, rested Craig Burley, and Bobby Pettit and Mark Birchall, who are on the bench. The referee at Easter Road is Hugh Dallas. Hibs start the match. They got off to a very solid start on their return to the big league, unbeaten in their first 5 matches. But since then they've lost 3 in the trot, starting with Rangers here a month ago, and they've lost 6 goals in the last couple, including a 3-0 defeat last weekend against Kilmarnock. They felt they were hard done by then, but they know now the points don't come easy. First touch for the Bulgarian, Stilian Petrov. Jackie McNamara back in the side. Lubo Moravcik into Paul Lambert, and usually for him took his eye off it. Interception by Paul Hartley. Petrov across to the utility man, Vidar Reset, slotting it left back in Stefan Mahe's absence. McNamara. Moravcik wants it up ahead, starting off on the right side. Moravcik with Reggie Blinker in the side. Frank Brebner with the challenge and Moravcik. Dennis doing the marking job on Viduka. Lambert's pass finds fellow Scotland player Jackie McNamara. Poor ball down the line. Lovering clears. Petrov got there but couldn't do much with it. Lovering signed a year ago from Clyde Bank. Foul given against Patalainen for the push on Alan Stubbs. This was the challenge which Hugh Dallas took exception to. Turn by Petrov, deceived Lovering, and a free kick given against him. Moravcik, back from Viduka to Lambert. Larsson's touch, well read by Matthias Jack, helped by Viduka's slip. Hartley, poor ball out of defence, hands possession back to Celtic. Petrov is doing a lot of slipping and sliding in the early stages. May have to think about a boot change. Moravcik shot! It was dipping and swerving. It's a corner kick, the first of the match. It was a strange looking shot, may have taken a deflection, in fact did take a deflection on its way. Gutskalkson organises from the goal line. In from Moravcik, no Celtic challenge. Dennis got it clear, back in from Blinker. Up was Reset, Lovering clears. Controlled on the chest of Lambert. Tabili. Lambert does the fetching and carrying. Resets pass, chased by Reggie Blinker. That couldn't catch it. Lambert's pass to Moravcik, quickly moved on for Petrov. But Russell Latipi has it for Hibs. Strong enough to hold off Larsson. Brebner didn't realise Viduka was behind him. He's lost possession in a key area. And what a good tackle that was from Frank Soze. Now Hibs push forward with Lovell. Brebner for Patelainen. Reset cleared. Larsson's layoff. Lambert, Viduka, now McNamara. Viduka takes a tumble. And Frank Soze immediately owns up. Good touch and a good turn from Viduka. Fouled by the Frenchman. Viduka back in the side after injury. 5 goals in 6 games so far this season. Keeps up his good strike ratio. Moravcik's ball in, headed away by Dennis. Hartley's lost it to Lambert. Tebili slips. Quite a few players having problems with their footing in these early stages. The latest, Olivier Tebili. Alan Stubbs for Henrik Larsson. Leaves it for Vidar Reset. But swerved away from the Norwegian. Latipi with Lambert right behind him. Jack finds Lovell. Now Lovering. Instructions screamed in his ear from Stuart Lovell as he sprinted past. Good strong run by Paul Lovering. Gets in behind. The only downside of that for him was that Alan Stubbs was in the way to cut out the cross. This was powerful. It was pacey and it was direct from Lovering. Latipi trying to get turned. The effort from Grant Brebner blocked. Winnick thinks about going on the outside, forced back by Blinker. Brebner taking his time. Lovering in towards Hartley, just missed it. Alan Stubbs got it clear. Celtic counter with Moravcik. Quickly into the feet of Henrik Larsson. Blinker now on the outside, Lubo Moravcik. Lovely skill to get away from Russell Latipi. Needs a good ball in, that's not it. Beyond the strike pairing of Larsson and Viduka. He'll be disappointed, Lubo Moravcik. He timed to measure the cross. Matthias Jack had to hurry with the clearance. Patelainen's flick. He was under pressure from his man marker, Alan Stubbs. Latipi's pass finds Paul Hartley onside. What a chance this is! And what a tackle that was! Olivier Tebili foils Paul Hartley, and he was off to a good start here. So this was a pacey recovery from Tebili to foil Hartley in the act of shooting. The first real chance of the match, 8 minutes in. Hartley might well have struck it earlier. And lost by Karin. Gets it at the second attempt, the corner kick. Not the best of starts for the Russian. Unsure hands there from Karim as the corner kick came in from Latapi. Russell Latapi's pass. It's another searching question being asked of Jackie McNamara. Paul Lovering doing his best to get on the end of it. Kept in by McNamara, but only for Lovering. Reggie Blinker, dangerous touch at the edge of the area, but Alan Stubbs is in with a rescue mission. And Stubbs again, good pass for Henrik Larsson. Excellent play from Stubbs. Matthias Jack cleared before that got through to Viduka. In the Edinburgh sunshine, Latapi to Lovering. It's a poor ball down the middle. Viduka stretches out and gets there ahead of Jack. McNamara to Tabili. Celtic owe him a debt in his early stages for that recovery job on Hartley. Good interchange between Blinker and Petrov, and good interception by Lovering. Latapi, seeing no way forward, turns it back to Gottskalkse. Soze's pass, superb. Lovering failed to kill it on his chest. Karim's clearance to Petrov. Paul Lambert put under pressure. Good play from Hibs. Stuart Lovell inviting for Patalainen. Punched away by Dimitri Karim. Stuart Lovell trying to force his way past Paul Lambert. Vida reset plays it out to Lubo Moravcik. Mark Viduka finding some room. And a good pass for Petrov. That's a poor one. Latapi to Hartley. Reset slipped as he cut inside. That was well read by Alan Stubbs. Again, great defending. Poor ball back from Viduka. Makes amends. Brebner beats Moravcik. An action-packed touchline. Petrov's pass, asking too much of Moravcik, who's now hobbling after Brebner's challenge. Here comes Patalainen. Quick ball in, and coolness personified. Alan Stubbs chested back very calmly to Karim. Viduka holds off Dennis. Moravcik alongside. twisting away from Brebner. That's for Henrik Larsson, skids away though. And Rennick has the chance to clear. Paul Hartley looking for obstruction against Vidar Risset. And gets the free kick. Michael Rennick has a look at what's available. Lovell and Patalainen, the furthest players forward at the moment. Tavili won the header. That was Stilian Petrov. Now Moravcik. Back in for Lambert. Got there ahead of Latapi. Can't get round Brebner. And the free kick given against the Scotland under-21 international. This ruled to be obstruction as Moravcik tried to go on the outside. Stubbs and Risset are up in the box. Moravcik kick and the near post touch from Petrov, not proving too harmful to the Hibs defence. The skills of Russell Latapi, the Hibs midfielder, are well known to the Celtic head coach John Barnes, who remembers him 10 years ago strutting his stuff in Jamaica. Good play from Patalainen, holding off McNamara. Soze's pass, headed away by McNamara. Onto it, Latapi. Brebner, Lovell. Now Rennick. Easy clearance for Stubbs. Good play from Henrik Larsson. Controlling the ball in his chest and holding off Matthias Jack all in the one movement. This could be interesting, but what a tackle that was by Frank Soze. Yet again, Soze doing a fine job at the back. Lovell through the middle. Tavili clears. Stubbs got there. Hugh Dallas having a couple of words with Matthias Jack. Lovering in, Patalainen's flick. Straight through to Karim. Sean Dennis won the header, but not fairly, says Hugh Dallas. He tells the Hibs defender he was climbing on the back of Mark Vidica. And Reggie Bunker bounces off Ollie Gutskalksa. Maxi Patalainen wins a good head flick. Dangerous from Tavili. Coolly dealt with by Karim. And hammered clear by Jackie McNamara. We're used to the skills of Frank Soze in midfield, but this was a superb intervention at the back, perfectly timed, and an all-embracing tackle. In from Lovering, Patalainen's flick, Paul Hartley didn't catch the shot. Need an excellent chance earlier on, right through the middle. This one possibly in the half-chance variety, but he slipped as he struck it. Patalainen doing the job for which Alec McLeish brought him in, winning a lot of good ball in the air. Viduka's head flick, Henrik Larsson. Matthias Jack with the clearance. Reset, finds Blinker. Reset gets it back. That's in for Viduka, but Skalkson gets it relatively cleanly. Patalainen's flick for Hartley, and the free kick given against the Hibs striker in favour of Olivier Killie. Hartley reckoned here that he was being held back by the Celtic defender. There was some grappling going on, but handball was the ruling against Hartley. Flicked in field by McNamara. Lambert to Moravcik. Hustling qualities though of Lovering working there for Hibs. Lambert's pass releases Stilian Petrov through the midfield. Lovering back to Suzy. Linker to Moravcik. That was aimed at Larsson. Dennis cut it out. Good decision by Brevner, and a good pass as well inside Jackie McNamara. That was a good challenge, good timing from McNamara. It's his throw as well, because the ball flicked off Paul Lovering. Applauding the pass, which was excellent from Brevner. McNamara's throw, runs for Latapi. Patalainen stops just in time for Lovering. Right, well, taking a touch there first before aiming the cross at the box. He was off balance and a wasted chance. Sunshine on the Celtic fans, who feel that already this season they're chasing Rangers. 5 wins out of 6. Moravcik's head flick. Brevner, lovely play. Paul Hartley bundled over by Vidal. Reset, it was inside the penalty box. That certainly merits another look. He was heading away from goal, but he was inside the area. Now Latapi, Patalainen, taken away from him by Tebele. Karim clears. Stubbs pass with the outside of the right foot. Finds Moravcik in a fair bit of room. Tried to find Larsson. Cleared comfortably by Jack. And now Lovering. Dennis to Hartley. Again hits the deck. No free kick. Blinker. Away from Rennick, he was surely being pulled back. Yes, he was, and that's the first yellow card of the match for Michael Rennick. The Hibs supporters are furious, but that was the only decision to be taken. Meanwhile, and minutes beforehand, there was the push from Reset on Paul Hartley, and he's a lucky man that a penalty wasn't awarded against him here. The push in the back on Hartley, and Hibs felt there that they had a claim for a penalty kick. Alec McLeish still making that point. Petrov's shot blocked by Soze, and the Frenchman urging the Hibs defence out. Lambert through. Viduka's flick. Lovell composed on the ball. Back from Brebner to Lovering. It was well won, a fierce tackle from Viduka. He's away from Lovering. Good play from Viduka. Blocked by Gutskalkson. In from McNamara. Blinkers there. And Moravcik on the left foot. Fly is too high. This is the first serious action of the match for Gutskalkson. That was all down to the determination and the tenacity of Viduka, who robbed Lovering of possession. Good touch there to get away from Jack, saved by the keeper. Mikhail Patalainen's head flick. Across comes Tebili. Latapi, lovely touch on the ball, and sadly for him he slipped as he played the ball in, picked up by Blinker. Moravcik to Lambert. That's for Reggie Blinker. Stuart Lovell got there ahead of him. Back from Soze to Gutskalkson. Wasn't the easiest ball to take in the goalkeeper's favour. Reset through for Larsson. Now Moravcik. Larsson and Lugo Moravcik in the box. Viduka just outside. And getting forward, Jackie McNamara. In behind him, Stilian Petrov. Time for the cross. Good header, but can't keep it down, Moravcik. Won it well enough, but didn't get over the ball, and it wasn't a great problem for Gutskalkson. Celtic not creating great chances in front of goal, and that will be a concern for John Barnes. Stubbs, a long ball towards Larsson. Matthias Jack kept his eyes on it. McNamara against Lovering. Lovering wins. Clearance deflected, flicked on by Patalainen. Again, Hartley's on the deck. Viduka's turn, won back by Latapi. There's Rennick's tackle. Hibs competing well here. Winning a lot of 50-50 challenges. Brebner's pass to Hartley. Testing out Vidar Reset for pace. Reset is quick. Managed to stop that just in time before it crossed the line for a corner kick. The Hibs fans were hopeful. Tebili to Moravcik. That's Blinker. Celtic trying to find a way through. That's a foul by Brebner. Petrov, and an immediate booking for him. Late with the tackle, the ball had been prodded away from him. It was heavy from Brebner. The teenage Bulgarian, just a bit too quick for Brebner, who was charging in. Celtic badly want to force Gutskalkson into action. Moravcik's free kick, headed away. Paul Lambert. Now Blinker. The pass towards Viduka, cut out by Suzy. In from resets for Viduka, turned away by Sean Dennis. Reset into Petrov, thinking about the shot. Well, it was worth thinking about it, but it was well off the target. Stubbs wins the header against Patalainen. Lambert to Moravcik. He's off and running here. Lovering caught out. What damage can Moravcik do? Not a lot. Well dealt with by the Hibs defence after Lovering caught upfield. I wonder the thoughts at the moment which are going through the head of Jonathan Gould. Left out for the second time this season, but the first was against Cwmbran Town, a fairly meaningless UEFA Cup tie. Moravcik finds Blinker's run. Couldn't control it though. And Hibs have it again with Brebner. Patalainen, first time for Latapi. On the move again, Patalainen, but the kingpin at the centre of the Celtic defence is Alan Stubbs. Blinker to Petrov. Leaves it to Luba Moravcik. Petrov looks for support. It comes in the form of Lambert. Moravcik, left by Larsson for reset. Turned back towards Henrik Larsson, lost his footing, now finds it. It's Reggie Blinker. What a good tackle by Matthias Jack. Very quickly out. Meantime, Mitchell Patalainen looks for a free kick against Alan Stubbs' challenge. And Hugh Dallas says it's a throw-in. This was the Celtic attack. Good interchange, well left by Larsson, but unable to get a shot on goal here. Patalainen wins the header again against Stubbs. Foul given against Tabili. The supporters break into ironic applause, as does Paul Hartley. They feel that Tabili has been guilty of more than one foul in this first half. Celtic putting plenty players in the defensive wall. They know all about the set-piece menace of Frank Soze. And Dimitri Karin might be tested out here. It's Soze, and it's wide. So good on the dead ball is Soze, but it just swerved away. Not there, says the manager. Moravcik's touch for McNamara. Trying to get in behind Lovering. Good play from Jackie McNamara, claims he was held back. Looked to have a case there as well. Brevner to Skalkson. Petrov able to let the ball take a bounce. Moravcik's touch for McNamara, and Viduka, what a chance that was! Good goalkeeping by Ollie Skalkson. It's a good save, right place, right time. After Moravcik's delicate touch and the flick from McNamara put Viduka in on goal. Good enough from Tabili, strong challenge. Jack to Rennick. Latapi, who's been roaming all over the pitch in the first half. Always a threat for Celtic. Good run by Latapi, can't find Patalainen though. Tabili clears. Back in from Dennis. Lovell chases the Patalainen knockdown. Lambert to McNamara. It's a loose pass from Moravcik, which allowed Lovering in. Celtic guilty of some sloppy stuff. They can't use tiredness as an excuse. They haven't played for 9 days. Grant Brebner's had a good first half. Back from Lovering to Jack, the German. Now Suzy, the central figure in the Hibs defensive reshuffle. Suzy slows it down. Latapi fouled by Petrov, says Hugh Dallas. Shoulder to shoulder, the West Indian and the Bulgarian. And the latter gets a talking to from Hugh Dallas. Didn't fancy this free kick being given against him after Latapi had held off Moravcik. But in went the arm to hold off Latapi from Petrov. Kick taken. Alan Stubbs with the header. Chases it out, so does McNamara. Foul against Mark Viduka. It's a heavyweight challenge, this one, between Viduka and Jack. There was the arm up against the German. Free kick. Soze's free kick. Patalainen's header. Nobody there for Hibs as it dropped. Paul Lambert on the counter. Reggie Blinker. Larsson works it back again to Blinker. Hibs defending solidly. And now look to start something in attack. Lovell for Hartley. Stuart Lovell again, Russell Latapi. Paul Hartley's pulled out wide, but he'll do well to beat Vidar Reset for pace. Kept that in pretty well. Lambert to Larsson. Well judged by Sean Dennis. Stubbs pass to Larsson. Reggie Blinker sprinting down the left side, but the pass fails to find him. Good touch from Patalainen for Lovell. Now Latapi. On the outside is Lovering. It was a disappointing pass from Latapi. Chested away by Alan Stubbs. Moravcik to Lambert, plenty room ahead of him. Gets a second chance, fortunate. Petrov to McNamara. That's for Viduka. And given against the Celtic striker, who looks pleadingly towards referee Hugh Dallas. His foul here, adjudged to be the first one, as he prevented Jack getting to the ball. Reset to Moravcik. Lots of room to create something here. Beyond Mark Viduka. And that's well won back by Sean Dennis. Lovell to Soze. Leaving his defensive beat and pushing up. Continues the forward run. Latapi for Patalainen. Knocks the ball down, but nobody there for Hibs. That's a good challenge by Michael Rennick. Hibs are well fired up here. Patalainen's touch for Brebner. Lovering on the overlap. Really clears. Not the best of crosses from Lovering. Brebner robs Moravcik of possession. The Slovak, standing with hands on hips, not best pleased. Latapi, no way through, but keeps possession. Given away by Matthias Jack, a bad one. Makes up for it, swiftly interception. Stuart Lovell, time to turn. Russell Latapi, a high hanging cross, headed away by Alan Stubbs, climbing above Patalainen. Paul Lovering trying to get as much run up as he could. Patalainen's flick and Hartley's. Reset mops up. Viduka against Dennis. That's for Larsson. Good touch by Henrik Larsson. And fouled by Frank Soze. The pace of Larsson was too much for him there. There wasn't too much malicious about the challenge. Larsson had the pace. Free kick and a booking for Soze. Third yellow card of the match. Stubbs up for the free kick. Back goes Patalainen. Vidar reset at the edge of the area as well. Petrov, Larsson, Viduka already in the danger area. It's Moravcik and a free header for Mark Viduka. A free header for Alan Stubbs, and he's disappointed that he failed to tuck that away. This is the best chance of the first half for Celtic, and Alan Stubbs escaped his markers and and failed to power the header in and goal. Foul given against Stubbs with a nudge on Patalainen. Nearly 45 minutes played. Soze finds Patalainen. Back for Brebner. Vidalis already consulting his watch. No stoppage time to be added. That's half-time. And the best chance of the match so far has fallen to Paul Hartley, who also feels he might well have had a penalty claim upheld. This was the first real chance of the match. Latapi's expert pass putting Hartley in on goal, but what a good saving tackle from Olivier Tebili. This was the penalty claim Hibs feel they should have had. Reset, shove on Hartley. Celtic haven't had too many great opportunities in front of goal. This effort from Viduka, saved well by Gottskálksson, and Celtic's best chance of the half. Late on, the header from Alan Stubbs, following Moravcik's free kick off target. Half-time at Easter Road. It's Hibs 0, Celtic 0. Celtic get the match restarted. A low-key performance from them so far. They need to lift things quite considerably to start troubling Hibs. They've lost only one of 9 games so far this season. That was against Dundee United at Tannadice. But they can't afford to let Rangers get away at the top of the table. Stubbs, the outstanding player in the Celtic side so far. Reggie Blinker given a chance to shine in the first team. Good run by Vidar Reset. Shoved off it by Paul Hartley. A little bit too enthusiastically. And a free kick inside the first 60 seconds of the second half. Reset takes up position on the penalty spot. Alan Stubbs is up as well. And Petrov. In from Moravcik. Punched away by Gottskálksson. The free kick has been given for the joint challenge of Larsson and Viduka on the goalkeeper. That's for Mixu Patalainen, who loses out to Stubbs. Tebili this time. Rennick, Hartley, Latapi wants it. And when he wants it, he tends to get it. Now Lovell, back for Rennick, made him hurry. Brebner and Jack. Lovering pushed by Blinker, who's switched from left to right at the start of the second half, with Moravcik on the other side. And Blinker penalised there. There's a target for Hibs, but the free kick taken short. Soze, misjudged by Vidar Reset, that lets in Latapi. This could be dangerous. And Celtic depend again on Tebili. This could have been a fatal misjudgment by Reset, missed that by a long way. And Latapi had a look before delivering the ball at the near post. Tebili to the rescue for Celtic. Some wrestling going on between Patalainen and Tebili. Patalainen trying to obscure the view of Dimitri Karin if he can. Latapi to Brebner. Blinker's header away into a safe area, but Jackie McNamara's header gives it straight back to Hibs. Frank Soze. Back from Lovell to Jack. Possession lost. McNamara, Petrov and Moravcik. Took too long. Free kick given against Moravcik as he tried to make up for the error, but a real lack of communication there about the Celtic midfield. Tebili to Blinker. Good pass from Reggie Blinker for Henrik Larsson. Only Viduka's in the box. And it doesn't get that far. Sturdy defending from Jack. Brebner's header away. McNamara won it well. Petrov, Moravcik. Celtic try again, but they need a whole lot more imagination if they're to find a way through. Blocked by Brebner. Moravcik has again swapped sides with Blinker. On the favoured left peg, deflected off Sean Dennis and scrapes the outside of the post. Hibs would have been unlucky here if they'd lost the goal. Moravcik's shot took a big deflection off the head of Sean Dennis. It spun agonisingly towards goal, and thankfully for Gottskalkson and company, it was a fraction wide. But things at this point appeared to happen in slow motion, and it might well have spun in. Gottskalkson struck the post as he tried to get back to make the save. Better from John Barnes' point of view in that it was a shot at goal, but there's a lack of fluidity and cohesion about the Celtic performance here. It was a well enough struck shot from Moravcik. The goalkeeper seemed to have it covered until it was deflected by the head of Dennis. Moravcik's cross cleared by Matthias Jack before Gottskalkson could get to it. Brebner won a header and Lovell too. One back by Blinker. Reggie Blinker has it. That's for Henrik Larsson. Chance for the opening goal. Well wide. Applauds the set-up work. And you felt here that Henrik Larsson had a great chance to put Celtic into the lead. Credit goes to Gottskalkson, who was quickly off his line and spread himself in front of Larsson, but you just thought goal number 9 of the season was coming up. Reset covering in behind Tebili. Blinker's pass, good one for Lambert. Forced back in the way though by a combination of Latapi and Hartley. Difficult ball for McNamara to deal with. Did well. Now he's lost it to Lovell. All too easily from a Celtic viewpoint. Well won by Brebner, finds Latapi. Foul against Lambert. Maybe signs here of the frustration among the Celtic players. Not too much is going right for them. And a fairly blatant shove on the West Indian midfielder. Free kick taken short by Rennick to Latapi. Frank Soze, powerful shot. Tugged wide. Didn't really catch it. When he does catch it, we tend to know about it. And it's spun away from Dimitri Karin's goal. Reggie Blinker. Showing too much of it there to Matthias Jack. Got there before Henrik Larsson. Determination about Lovering's challenge. Tabili wins against Hartley. And Stamps can't quite keep it in. Into the box from Paul Lovering. Fielded comfortably by Karin. A late run made by Patalainen, trying to get in the end of Lovering's cross. Lambert. Larsson's layoff for McNamara. Moravcik waiting for the ball again. Grant Brebner wasn't. Moravcik gets it back from Paul Lambert. Lambert again for Larsson. Reset. Back for Blinker. In behind Michael Rennick. But couldn't get the cross in. Confident play from Soze. Might prove to be reckless. And from Reset. And there could be trouble here for Frank Soze. He's been booked already. And Frank Soze is sent off. A red card 10 minutes into the second half for the influential Frenchman. This is a big blow to Hibs, but he can't really complain. He'd been booked in the first half for a trip on Henrik Larsson, and this was a crazy challenge after he'd very confidently flicked the ball out of defence, and Frank Soze is off. Dived into it from a long way back. Studs were showing. Not much doubt that was a bookable offence. Andy Watson and Alec McLeish reorganised now down to 10 men. A long walk for Frank Soze. And Hibs lose arguably their most important player. Immediately there's a free kick to defend from Lubo Moravcik. Got Skalkson slipped, and the goal is given. Celtic are ahead, and a tragic 60 seconds for Hibs. They've lost Frank Soze, and now they've lost a goal as well. Larsson's header, maybe a touch off Viduka, and it was well over the line by the time Sean Dennis knocked it clear. Larsson certainly got the first touch, and it took a touch off Mark Viduka as well. Doubts possibly there about who gets the credit for the goal, but no doubt Celtic are one. And that's a bad foul by Paul Hartley on Dimitri Karin. He's in trouble with Hugh Dallas. He's already shown 3 yellow cards and a red one. And look at the studs being shown when the ball is comfortably in the hands of Karin. Amazingly, no yellow cards. For Moravcik. Blinker against Lovell, onto the left foot, across too strong. Reset being booed by the Hibs supporters, but too much he could have done. It was a reckless lunge by Susie. And Stubbs tries to find a way through. To killie. Reset again. Leaves it for Lambert. Moravchik to Larsson, good turn. Fouled by Matthias Jack. Petrov fouled by Lovell after the ball had gone, fouled by Lovering in fact. Here come Hibs with Grant Brebner and Paul Hartley. He's away from resets, but he overran it. Petrov intercepted, Lambert cleared. Blinker to Moravchik. That's through for Mark Viduka. Viduka against Dennis. Left to Gottskalksen by the Hibs captain. It was well played in the end by Dennis. The judgment had to be absolutely right. Michael Rennick getting forward. Laid back by Viduka for Lambert, wearing the captain's armband. McNamara. Matthias Jack gets a touch. Then he's fouled by the grounded McNamara, and as Fury threatens to break out at the touchline, Hugh Dallas takes action. Jack was up and running with the ball as he was caught by McNamara. That's the latest yellow card. Paul Lambert won the aerial tussle with Lovell. Viduka's touch for reset. Dennis has things under control. Gets it back from his goalkeeper. Needed to be held, that one by Hartley. Celtic have it back. Lambert and Larsson combine. Good challenge by Lovell. Hartley got there before Larsson. Reset held it despite Hartley's best efforts. And now Blinker. More space available to Celtic with numerical advantage. Blinker seeing Jackie McNamara. Lovering forced back the way. Kept it in well, and a good ball out as well finds Russell Latapi. Back to Michael Rennick. having tried down the right. Hibs now try down the left with Lovering. Into the feet of Paul Hartley, looking for room. Again blocked by Tebili. Not for the first time this afternoon. Lambert to Larsson. Laid back into the path of Reggie Blinker. Knocked over the top, too strong for Viduka. That was a decent chance for Paul Hartley. Got turned well enough, but then barring his way was the figure of Tebili. Patalainen's flick, and it's Paul Hartley. And a good save by Karim. Hooked clear by Lambert. But Celtic there with Dimitri Karim to thank. The former Chelsea keeper charging off his line to again frustrate Paul Hartley. That's kept in brilliantly by Latapi. Back for Lovell, takes a touch. Now Hartley. And Petrov just about gets it clear, nodded back in by Lovell. And Celtic with Stubbs in control at the back. Russell Latapi did unbelievably well to keep that in, right at the byline when the odds were stacked against him. Blinker trying to make things happen. A moment to savour in his first league appearance for Celtic, Dimitri Karim. Lambert through for Moravcik, and Matthias Jack did well to stretch out and divert that back to Gutskalkson. Otherwise, Henrik Larsson was in. Pressure continues from Celtic. It's Mark Viduka. What a chance this is! That's number 2, and the points are surely heading Celtic's way. They suffered a lot in the first half. They then followed Soze's sending off with the opening goal. Henrik Larsson's header deflected in off Viduka. This time, Mark Viduka can certainly claim the goal, and he found a big hole in the Hibs defence. But Skalkson got a touch, but he couldn't keep the ball out. Hibs now being pulled around, pulled out of shape, and Viduka punishing them with his 6th goal of the season. Stevie Crawford comes on for Hibs. Paul Hartley has gone off. That's a corner kick off Jackie McNamara. His last touch, the pressure from Lovering. Can Hibs get a goal back? A corner kick from Latapi. Petrov's header away, it's a good one as well. Finds Moravcik. Larsson against Rennick. The Hibs defender did well. Alan Stubbs, the pass heavily hit. Peter Reset did well to keep it in. Pulls it back towards Henrik Larsson, missed by Jack. Matthias Jack gets it clear at the second attempt. And Hibs have a free kick. Hooked away by McNamara. Turned out to play by Stilian Petrov. Lovering's throw to Latipi. The cross had gone behind the goal. Sean Dennis climbing high to win the header. Good touch from Stilian Petrov. That wasn't though. And it's turned into a good pass by Lubo Moravcik. He's away from Patalainen. Dennis doing the defending. And Lovering clears. Tabili strong with the pass for Larsson. Mikko Rennick will have to play it. Forced into conceding the corner kick. Mikko Rennick not pleased, but Henrik Larsson wasn't giving that up. Up into the box comes Alan Stubbs. Corner kick taken short by Moravcik, and that's a waste. Instructions to Reggie Blinker from John Barnes, pulling him closer to the touchline. That's a foul given against Alan Stubbs for the challenge on Patalainen. Stubbs had something to say to Hugh Dallas, and immediately the referee called him over. And it's not just for that foul, but for one earlier as well. A yellow card for Stubbs. Lovell's free kick for Crawford. In from Lovering, nobody there for Hibs. Tabiri for Celtic. Brebner and Lovell and Latipi. And Stubbs clears. Maduka breathing down the neck of Dennis. Misjudgment by Tabili. Reset got it away despite the pressure from Crawford. Well, that's good skill from Blinker. Moravcik to Lambert. Blinker, little injection of pace away from Brebner. Lovely touch. Good skill from Blinker. In for Henrik Larsson, and the hand. I'm sure the hand was used. The ball rattled back off the crossbar, and that's a yellow card for Henrik Larsson for deliberate handball. Those are the rules. He couldn't get there with his head, he did with his hand. They have been known to be missed in their time. This tremendous burst from Blinker, beating 3 Hibs players, and then handball from Larsson. Bodies tumbling in front of the dugout area, no hard feelings. Tabili for Reggie Blinker. now with Mark Viduka. Taken short between Moravcik and Blinker. Viduka squeezes it across to Petrov. Now Lambert. Reggie Blinker's pass, a good one for Moravcik. Slipped as he prepared to cross. The footing's not been easy at times at Easter Road. Meantime, another yellow card is shown, this time to Sean Dennis. Well, that looked as if Moravcik simply lost his footing as he tried to cross there. There must have been a push from Dennis, which Hugh Dallas saw. Moravcik against Rennick, finds that little half-yard. Beating Gutskalkson, not the most convincing of handling from the Icelander. Patalainen gets a touch for Latapi. Foul by Petrov. Offside against Viduka. And a rather cruel handball given against Grant Brebner. Certainly didn't know much about it. And that has not pleased the Hibs manager one little bit. Chewing gum goes back in. Reset for Larsson, Vidar reset again. He's got a couple of yards of a start from Michael Rennick. Cuts it back. In went Reggie Blinker. In as well went Paul Lovering. And that might well have been a goal-saving challenge from the former Clydebank defender. He read what was happening well here and saved Hibs. Lambert, Viduka, lovely turn from Mark Viduka, and not far away. A lovely turn and hit. And if you give him credit for goal number one, which went in off him, then this was for the hat-trick. Strength on the ball, skill too, and poise from Viduka, and a shot that was swerving towards goal. Lambert back to Karim. Not the best of distribution. Grant Brebner. Miksu Patalainen. Such an important player for Hibs in the first division last season. Stubbs clears. Back in from Jack. Tebili this time. Brebner won it, but it ran from Moravcik. Sean Dennis did well. Crawford's pass for Latapi. Well read and well cut out by Olivier Tebili. Lambert, Larsson and McNamara. Larsson leaves it for Blinker. Lovely ball through for Mark Viduka. He's pulled back. And there's trouble here for Paul Lovering. Duca through on goal, and the judgment presumably here from Hugh Dallas that was not a certain goal-scoring opportunity, otherwise Lovering would have been off. It's a yellow card for tugging at the shirt of Viduka. Everyone apart from Russell Latipi behind the ball for Hibs. Henrik Larsson deflected off the wall, but not for a corner kick. It goes for a throw. Lambert wins the throw against Michael Rennick. Viduka stumbled. Lovell has it. Disappointing ball forward, not with a chance of reaching Latipi. And Stubbs knocks it into the corner for Moravcik. Lovely turn. Lovering's tackle. And again, that's a trip right at the edge of the area from Paul Lovering, who's now heading off as well. It's a second yellow card for Lovering, and a second player sent off for Hibs. And again, as in the case of Soze, it was a reckless challenge to attempt when you've already been yellow carded. He was perhaps fortunate not to get the red card the first time round, but when he dived into the second tackle, there was only one outcome. It's 11 against 9 now for Celtic. Viduka, it's wide. First tackle on Moravcik was fair enough because he got contact with the ball, but when he dived in here against Petrov, he was heading down the tunnel. Well, reorganisation is not quite the word for it now for Alec McLeish. It's damage limitation down to 9 men. Petrov's pass cut out by Jack. Free kick against the Bulgarians' challenge. Latipi, Crawford wasn't ready for the pass. Lambert to Blinker. Now it's Viduka. Henrik Larsson had to stop his run. Moravcik's pass with the outside of the right foot for Jackie McNamara. Nice change of direction. And fouled by Jack. No protest there. And the Celtic supporters not content with 2 players sent off for Hibs, they want another one. Free kick taken quickly by Moravcik. McNamara. Larsson went for it. Rennick cleared. Over Moravcik again. Off Brepner. difficult now for Celtic to find a teammate with the opposition 2 players down. Blinker through for Henrik Larsson. Good save, Ollie Gottskalksen. Good pass from Blinker. Good run from Henrik Larsson. And a good stop by the goalkeeper. Corner kick taken short. Blinker rolls it for Petrov. Well away. Awaiting his first Celtic goal, Stilian Petrov. And after this, the wait goes on. Resets header, up in the air from Sean Dennis. It comes down eventually for Patalainen. McNamara to Moravcik, trying to play the ball back to the right back, didn't get through. Lovell's back heel for Crawford. Good pass from Lovell. Crawford beaten by Stubbs. Bit like a training exercise now for Celtic, such as their superiority in numbers. Lovell's lost it, and he'd be well advised to keep his boot down. New Dallas has already flashed a lot of cards. Brebner for Latapi. Not too much Russell Latapi can do on his own. Lovell's pass for Patalainen. Patalainen wants it back. McNamara clears. And manages to persuade Dimitri Karin that that's his. Moravcik picks out the angled run of Henrik Larsson. The reverse pass for Reggie Blinker. Blocked by Rennick. Celtic now pushing the ball around with some ease. Moravcik, the overlap from McNamara. Missed by both Larsson and Rennick. Lovell for Hibs. Won by Petrov. Now Moravcik. Now Henrik Larsson. Will it be 3? No, it won't. It looked very much as a Celtic were about there to extend their lead. Larsson chipped it over, got Gottskalksen, but it swerved just wide. Hibs make a late change with not much more than 90 seconds left. Off goes Stuart Lovell, and on comes Dirk Lehmann. . inside the last minute of regulation time with Alan Stubbs. Viduka slipped. Rennick finds Patalainen. Down the line for Lehmann. Knocked out of play by Jackie McNamara. Another Hibs change, Grant Brepner off, and Kenny Miller on. Inside stoppage time, 2 minutes to be added. Lehmann's head flick, back from Tebile, and the reactions of Dimitri Karin couldn't afford to have been slow there. Reset towards Larsson, and Patalainen let it run. The teenager Mark Dempsey. Petrov wins it. Celtic at this stage just content to keep the ball and await the final whistle. The numbers game means that there's not much way Hibs can put any pressure at all on Celtic and have any real threat of pulling a goal back. Olivier Tebile has certainly done a good job for Celtic. Alan Stubbs as well. Two of the better players for Celtic. The Celtic supporters now in good voice, in contrast to how they felt in the first half. Left by Tebile, and in went Dirk Lehmann. Another lapse late on by Olivier Tebile. Didn't seem to realise that Lehmann was nearby. The ball slipped under his boot, and this might well have ended up in the back of the net. Latapi's corner kick, not a good one, and that's full time. Hibs end up with 9 men on the pitch and no points. Their 4th defeat on the trot after our first half, in which they looked pretty impressive and had chances to open the scoring. But 2 goals from Mark Viduka give Celtic victory. The first one he knew not very much about, deflected in. Henrik Larsson's header after Frank Soze had been sent off for 2 bookable offences. And Hibs lost a second player as well when Paul Lovering was sent off for 2 bookings. But Celtic keep up the pursuit of Rangers at the top of the Scottish Premier League. Not their most distinguished performance, no doubt about that, but the important thing for them is the result. It's 3 points, Hibs 0, Celtic 2.
The Celtic team in the first decade of the 20th century had a record to be proud of, with 6 league titles and 3 Scottish Cups to its credit. It had fine players in important positions like Jim Young at right half, hard grafting and a genuine leader. Jim Hay, his colleague on the other flank, a vigorous tackler with a fine touch for passing. Or the sheer drive, enthusiasm and power of the legendary Jimmy Quinn leading the line from the centre-forward position. In season 1907-08, the team did the double, scoring an impressive 86 goals in 34 games, yet losing only 27 as they picked up the league title. And in the Scottish Cup run, after disposing of their major rivals Rangers in the second round and New Boys Aberdeen in the semi-final, they took on St Mirren in the final and rose to the occasion. The goals in the 5-1 victory coming from Jimmy Quinn, Peter Summers and Davy Hamilton, plus a brace from Alec Bennett. Just over a month later, Celtic added the Charity Cup to the collection, having already picked up the Glasgow Cup in October of the previous year. Gone but not forgotten, we catch up on the progress of Mr Larson. On loan with the Blues, keeper Michael McGovern on life at Stranraer. And the Celtic Chief Executive Peter Lawwell talks about a new initiative for young children. Welcome to tonight's Daily Huddle. Joining me for both the Huddle and for our phone-in show TikTok are Mike Jackson and Tosh McKinley, former Celts from 2 different eras, but both skilled in the art of making it hard for me to get a word in edgeways. Gentlemen, you're very welcome to the show. First tonight, though, the name of Henrik Larsson may not be in Celtic's team sheet these days, but he is still remembered fondly by at least half of the city of Glasgow. Evidence enough of that came earlier this week as the University of Strathclyde awarded him an honorary doctorate. Currently fighting back to full fitness, we caught up with Henrik to find out how he's getting on, but first we asked him how much hard work he had to do to get his doctorate.
Yeah, I had to do some evening things as well for the course. No, I mean obviously it's a great honor to be given something like that. It's very different. It is not something they hand out